Brief history of Ming Dynasty. In January 1368, the Ming Dynasty is founded, restoring indigenous Han rule. Zhu Yuanzhang assumes the title of Hongwu, signaling a commitment to a radiant new era. A massive expeditionary force drives the Mongols out of their capital, Dadu. Dadu is renamed Beiping, signifying that the north is pacified. Hongwu rules as a thorough autocrat, centralizing power to an unprecedented degree. In 1380, he abolishes the Secretariat to take personal control of the six ministries. He establishes the censorate to investigate corruption and monitor his officials. A secret police force, the Brocade-clad Guard, is created to report directly to the throne. Paranoia leads to purges where thousands of officials and their families are executed. The military is treated as an occupational class commanded by hereditary officials. Personnel, revenue, rights, war, justice, and public works now report only to him. His formative experiences as a man of the people shape his suspicious and autocratic rule. Drawing from his roots, Hongwu prioritizes the recovery of the agricultural sector. He enacts policies to slash agricultural taxes to as low as 1.5%. The state invests heavily in restoring canals and building new irrigation systems. Migration to depopulated areas is encouraged, with land distributed to the poor. The Legia system organizes households for tax collection and mutual responsibility. Peasants, artisans, and soldiers are registered into fixed categories to maintain order. Hongwu limits the influence of merchants, viewing them as socially disruptive. He restores the civil service exams to create a competent bureaucracy. Examinations focus on the Confucian classics and the interpretations of scholar Zhu Xi. Provincial quotas prevent wealthy southern regions from monopolizing government posts. These policies aim to create a self-sufficient, stable agrarian society. His 30-year reign stabilizes the war-torn nation and builds a lasting framework. The death of the founding emperor triggers a brief but violent succession crisis. The Zhenwen emperor tries to reduce the power of regional princes. Zhu Di responds with a rebellion that sparks a 4-year civil war. In 1402, Zhu Di captures the capital and crowns himself the Yongle emperor. He presides over an era of dramatic transformation and aggressive expansion. He decides to move the capital to his northern power base, renaming it Beijing. He orders the construction of a magnificent imperial palace, modeled after Nanjing. The project involves an estimated 1 million laborers and 100,000 skilled artisans. Materials are sourced from across the empire, including southwestern jungles. Specialized paving bricks are fired in Suzhou to floor the imperial palace. The scale of construction reflects the immense wealth and power of the era. Beijing becomes the strategic center for supervising the northern frontier. Yongle commissions his trusted eunuch, Zheng He, to lead massive naval expeditions. Between 1405 and 1433, 7 voyages explore the western oceans. These treasure ships are over 400 feet long, with 9 masts and multiple decks. The first voyage carries 28,000 crew members, including doctors and interpreters. The fleet captures pirate leader Chen Zuyi, clearing vital trade routes. Missions bring back envoys from over 30 states to offer tribute. In Ceylon, Zheng He captures a hostile king to secure Ming influence. Exotic animals from East Africa are brought back to the imperial court. The expeditions extend China's political sway over maritime Asia. The final voyage concludes with the death of the great admiral. High costs and internal objections lead to the termination of the voyages. China shifts to an inward-looking policy, ending its maritime supremacy. Candidates must master a rigid 8-part writing format for the examinations. The civil service system ensures a highly literate and ideologically consistent elite. Entry-level holders are eligible for minor local roles in the bureaucracy. Only a few thousand attain the gentry rank over the course of the dynasty. The inner court is the domain of thousands of imperial eunuchs. Emperors often rely on eunuchs to bypass the formal scholar-official bureaucracy. Tension grows between officials and eunuchs, who represent the emperor's personal will. The Grand Secretariat serves as the primary advisory body to the emperor. Eunuchs expand their power by managing state industries and collecting special taxes. Education becomes the primary pathway to social mobility for landowning families. The administrative structure is a sophisticated system of checks and balances. The palace remains the political and ceremonial center for over 500 years. Regions like Jiangnan become specialized centers for cotton textile production. Innovations like water-powered plows lead to a massive agricultural surplus. Farmers shift toward cash crops like tea and fruit produced for the market. Paper notes suffer from hyperinflation, trading at a tiny fraction of their value. By 1450, the government stops printing paper money and shifts to silver. European powers act as intermediaries in a massive global silver flow. Silver from the mines of Potosi is traded for prized Chinese goods. Demand for silver in China is also met by trade with Japan. In 1465, provincial taxes are required in silver, centralizing government demand. The single whip law consolidates various tax obligations into one silver payment. Monetization provides the state with immense wealth during the 16th century. Global integration makes the Ming economy vulnerable to distant trade disruptions. Early Ming forces launch large-scale offensive campaigns into the north. In 1449, the emperor leads an ill-prepared army to confront the Oirat Mongols. At Tumu Fortress, the Ming army is annihilated after being cut off from water. The humiliation of the Dragon Throne fundamentally alters Ming military strategy. The Ming abandon offensive expansion to reinforce and expand the Great Wall. Towers use fire and smoke for rapid communication across the frontier. Strategic passes control access to the capital and the interior. In the mid-16th century, Japanese pirates, Wukao, terrorized the coastline. Most pirates are actually Chinese smugglers, driven to crime by trade bands. General Qi transforms coastal militias into a highly disciplined fighting force. Qi's tactical system uses shields and spears to counter pirate aggression. Layered defenses eventually suppress the piracy threat along the coast. Physician Li Shizhen spends 30 years compiling his monumental work on natural medicine. Published in 1593, this work details nearly 2,000 substances and 11,000 prescriptions. Advanced medical processes like distillation and smallpox inoculation become widespread. Scholar Xu Guangqi introduces Western science and mathematics to China. Zhu promotes famine-resistant crops like the sweet potato to ensure food security. Su emphasizes the importance of irrigation and famine relief in his writings. Scholars like Luo Hongxian make significant advances in the systematic mapping of China. Exquisite porcelain from Jingdezhen reflects the global reach of Ming culture. The Ming era sees the rise of the novel written in the vernacular language. Great literary works reach a broader audience than previous scholarly texts. Collaboration with Jesuit missionaries provides a new basis for land surveying. The late Ming is an era of remarkable synthesis between traditional and Western knowledge. The Little Ice Age brings extreme cooling and prolonged droughts to China. Grain prices skyrocket tenfold by 1641, pushing millions to starvation. The state's response is hampered by bitter factionalism and bureaucratic rot. Inattentive emperors allow corruption to flourish within the state administration. Taxes are raised to fight the Manchus, even as the global silver supply contracts. Former official Li Ziqiang exploits famine to lead a powerful rebellion. Li Ziqiang captures the capital and proclaims the founding of the Shun dynasty. As the capital falls, the emperor commits suicide, ending the Ming reign. Caught between rebels and Manchus, General Wu chooses to open the gates to the north. The Manchus and Wu Sangui ally to crush Li Ziqiang's rebel army. The Manchus proclaim the beginning of the Qing dynasty, ruling for 3 centuries. The Radiant Empire leaves a legacy of sophisticated bureaucracy and monumental architecture.